Hello everyone. This is my first video I've ever made as a self podcast. Hope I don't lose you immediately. uh, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I've been researching truth for a while now. I'm 48 years old, and at least I've been doing that basically since I was a kid. Um, 30 something years that I started with UFOs and then went into conspiracy theories and different areas of technology, and basically kind of figure out since I was young in my 20s, probably as a young man, 19, 20, that things are not like they appear, okay? In my opinion, and what I really feel strong about is we've been lied to like forever, and right now in this moment, February 2022, it's everything's coming together. Unfortunately, what many of us, I'm sure, were afraid for years that was going to happen, that in order to maintain this veil they have on us, this spell, they have been really tricking us forever. Not recently, I mean forever, thousands, tens of thousands of years, if not more. It's unfortunately coming all together. It's coming all together, and something inside me and something is coming from other place that I think I'm not the only one that is receiving this. Millions are doing it, and something inside me is telling me that I need to share what I know or what I think I know. If one person listens to this and my clues or my breadcrumbs help them in any way, the job will be done. That really what they are asking of me will be done. I also want to say that I kind of got the feeling that I should start this because I appeared on Wake in the Future, which if you haven't done so, I suggest you search for it on the platform you're looking for this video. They are there. Just Wake in the Future. And if you have any problems finding it, just hit me a comment. And these are two guys from Massachusetts. They started this two years ago, Pat and Joel. And I like them since the beginning. They are so honest. It's just an unedited talk between two friends, and in my opinion, they're spot on most of the topics they talk about. And you know, we could have a difference of opinion, but it's just that. One thing I found out quite recently, to be honest, is I researched a lot on many subjects, and when you gather a lot of knowledge, you start thinking that you're a little bit smart, okay, that you know a few things. It's very easy to be judgmental to other people and think they're dumb, uninformed, ignorant, use awful words like that, especially dumb and ignorant. Kind of figure out a few months, I mean, this change on me has really come probably the last 12 months, is that it's not really what you know, it's what you feel inside. And there's this unlimited amount of wisdom that is inside you, that has been there since the beginning. But the problem is you have been lied to, okay? You have been lied to forever, and we don't really know who we are. Okay, so with that disclaimer, I'm gonna start. I prepare some text that I'm include on all my podcasts, and basically tells you that really what you're gonna hear here, it's just my feelings and views. It's gonna be on several subjects, and especially with religion and politics. There's a say you shouldn't never talk about religion and politics because you're never gonna agree. I mean, it's just two subjects that go so inside you that you get judgmental and you get confrontational, and you really get upset with the other person that is trying to point his view to you. So I'm going to talk about that. Don't take any offense. If you don't like it, think of it as science fiction, and if you don't like it, don't look at it anymore. I mean, really, this does not resonate with you, what I'm going to talk about in this video and further videos, I suggest that, I mean, you're not obliged to look at it, but definitely I don't want to offend anyone. Just because I feel different doesn't mean what you feel is not the truth or is not what's important to you, okay? That's very important to know on any subject. Okay, so the first idea I want to talk about, as you can see, it's outer space, one of my favorite subjects. And what I really want to talk about is what I think and what I feel is the origin of everyone, you know, and what I've subscribed to. I mean, I was raised a Catholic, okay, that had nothing to do with me, just my parents, they were doing what their parents did. I mean, I come from a Latin country, and so it's very common to do that. I mean, I take nothing with that. I mean, but what I've subscribed to, especially the last year and two, is we come from a magnificent source of energy that is in the center of the universe, and it has been called many things: God, source, the center of the universe. And this incredible being, which I believe is our parent, is our father basically, emits these very small parts of energy, like they call it blimps, or just a minuscule part of energy, and it's like having a baby, okay? So when the source emits this part of energy, that's when your existence begins, and it never ends, okay? It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you vibrate low frequency or high frequency. The only difference is you're gonna take a long while to figure out your way, but eventually your goal, since you started as a minuscule part of energy that's always inside you, and that's your fountain of wisdom, okay? You are gonna eventually figure it out, and you're eventually gonna fulfill what you were created to, which is an eternal being providing love and help to others, because you love yourself and you love your father, the source. So that's how we begin. I know this is pretty far-fetched. Some people think that Earth is actually the only planet in existence, and we're stationary, and the Earth is flat, which is irrelevant to me. I mean, the physics and optics, and you know, the form of the Earth is elliptical or circle or flat. It's nothing to see there to me. Totally irrelevant. And no, what I believe is we come from this center of the universe, and we have a lot of biological lives, okay? So we start as biological beings. That's how we figure a few things out. But eventually the physical part kind of disappears as you go through a lot of lives, believe me, hundreds, thousands of years of existence, of terrestrial years, earth years, okay? Time is irrelevant in the universe. How much is a year in a eternal existence? How much is 1,000 years? Is nothing, okay? Distance and time in the universe are irrelevant. There are concepts we use a lot in Earth because we think it's only this life we have, so we kind of try to use it as much as we can, which is a good idea. And so basically we're used to this idea that time has a lot of importance, and distance, of course, because you need transportation to move from one place to another. So what I think is you go through these lives and you collect wisdom, and as you collect wisdom and you eventually understand that you have to fill yourself with love, okay? There are only two things that can give you love: your father, the source, which he loves you every time. I mean, he loves you forever. He's always available for you whenever you want to talk to him. Don't expect to talk to him in English or Spanish or any language from the earth. You have to forget your human senses: eyesight, hear, taste, smell, touch, and put your brain in idle. Your brain is part of your human body, okay? You think you're so smart because you know a lot of things. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's great. We're all equally smart, actually, and we're all equally capable of eternal wisdom. So put that one on idle as well. It's not through the mind that you talk to source. It's when you put yourself and you, whenever you want to be, in your house, your office, your car, whatever. Not driving, of course, but you put yourself and you just talk to him. Okay, your language, that's fine. He understands everything, and he's gonna respond you through signs. Recently, on one of the videos I did with the guys from Waking the Future, there were some responses that, okay, my angel speaks to me in my language. That's fine. That's possible, certainly, and hasn't happened to me, but that's certainly possible. It depends on the situation. What are angels? Angels are beings like you and me that have understood their mission in life, in their eternal life, and they eventually become energy that goes through the universe and is just trying to help others, okay, through eternal love. They love themselves so much. They're full of love from their Father and from themselves through their acceptance in all their lives, that they actually just cannot, I mean, their mission is just help others, okay? However, there are some rules in how the universe works, and these higher beings, they cannot intercede directly. I mean, I've heard people that, okay, if this exists, if our space exists, if other civilizations exist, why they don't help us? Why they don't come in their spaceships with laser guns and, and blast the bad guys out? That's not gonna work. I mean, that's not how the universe works. First of all, you should engage with anyone. That's a low vibration thing. Whatever is, and I'm gonna get into that in the second episode, that I'm gonna call it them. Whatever is controlling the air right now can be as beautiful as we all are. Okay, they are. They also come from source, and their mission eventually is to become love as energy and help others eternally. However, they are lost on their way, okay? It's like we're going from city A to city B, and they're on the outskirts of city A just looping around. They don't know what they're doing, honestly, and unfortunately they have found ways to morph this physical realm through the reverence of black light and just low vibration energies that you can tap into, and unfortunately do harm only with them. There's no way to do good with them, only harm. And that's how they have us on this eternal spell, unfortunately. But however, I think that when you understand what you are, what you have inside you, you have an eternal light. Don't think about the body, because it's just it's just cells. I mean, it's matter. It's really irrelevant, the body compared to your soul. But the light, if you will think of it, if your body is close to your heart, actually. I'm not going to go into chakras and all that, because then, again, for me, there are labels. Everything that we put a label on, it's just labels. It doesn't mean anything. But yeah, it's through the heart chakra that you actually can receive love from your father only, and give out love to everyone else. You have to fill that heart with love. That's what you are. That's why this is all about you, okay? You cannot help others if you don't love yourself. What happens when you do that? It's something called an energy vampire, okay? And there are human beings that are energy vampires. Usually, unfortunately, their physical life ends with suicide, or there are a lot of issues that happen through their life, and they always blame others, okay? It's always others' fault. Oh, it's my children, they don't love me enough. Or it's my parents, they didn't took care of me enough. Or it's my friends that, they don't care about me, and I do so much for them. If you're gonna do something, don't keep tally, okay? Don't keep any kind of tally. Just do good deed after good deed and forget about it, because it's not about fairness and justice, okay? Nothing to do with that, really. It's irrelevant. If you're gonna help others, help them. If you have the chance to help others, help them. Be as good as you can be. That's how you become the best version of yourself. But first you have to love yourself eternally and massively, and fill yourself with love. That's when that happens, you can really start helping others. So about the energy vampires, it's an interesting subject. I'm sure each and every one of you have through your journey in life, in just this life, let's talk about this life, I'm sure you have found a co-worker, or maybe a family member, or a friend, or a neighbor, or whatever, that is someone that for some reason you just don't feel comfortable around them. They're very touchy physically. I mean, they want to hug you and touch you, because that's also a way they tap into your love, okay? They are so needed of love. They don't love themselves. That's a problem. They don't understand what they are, who they are, that they need to suck the love from other beings, okay, including humans and other beings. They are very susceptible to go into low vibration, and they usually, some of them can really go the wrong way and actually start revering low vibration beings and energy, and basically they're really going the wrong way. Okay, what happens is we get as many chances to figure this out as we need. Each journey is different. As I said, it's like from going to city A to city B. Some will take the expressway and do it fast, and okay, it's great. But some will take the scenic route. Some will be just wandering around city A, lost. They don't know which way to go. And who knows, maybe you can help one of them. But there's also a cardinal rule: we cannot intervene on the life of anyone if they don't require our help explicitly, okay? So before we go and say we want to be the Mother Teresa of Calcutta or whatever and just help everyone, I understand, if you're vibrating in love, that's what we all want to do. But the problem is we cannot interfere with the path of other beings, okay? We really have to accept all interference that is thrown at us, and we cannot interfere with anyone. We also have to learn that. And I want to clarify something, okay? I haven't figured out anything. That's just the messages I'm receiving. There are many messages coming from all the universe right now. There are many civilization and celestial beings. If you want to call them angels, go ahead. They're in heaven. You want to put a label there. Okay. So there's a lot of help coming, but it's coming not in our language, and you're not going to see it on TV, or you're not going to see it on a video. You're going to see signs, and you're going to feel things yourself if you open to it. If you're close to it for some reason, that doesn't mean you're a bad being or a bad person. Just that means you don't want the help right now on your path, and thus these beings will continue try contact you, but it's like calling a phone and going to voicemail, okay? They're not going to give you a message, they're just going to give you signs, and you maybe will feel uncomfortable in the sense of You're gonna feel strange, okay? You're rejecting these messages, but believe me, if I can give you, you allow me to give you some advice, it's open to the messages. I've been told that these beings have been trying to contact me for years, and the call has gone to voicemail. And I was so concentrated on knowledge, okay, on understanding things through my mind. Okay, why they're doing this? Because this has been going on for so long. Certainly more than my life, 100, 200, 500, thousands of years, okay? Different ways, different things. You all know about false flags and all that. So this has been going on for so long. And my mind was, I don't know, the more I research, the less I want to know, because to be honest with you, it was hard. It was hard understanding how they could be so evil, and why is this world like that, and why is everyone not seeing it? I mean, like with the recent thing, COVID or whatever you want to call it, the amount of deception and evil, and with injection and everything like that, it's incredible. But I'm not going to go into that, at least in this episode. I want to keep the subject on you, okay? What you have inside you is incredible, okay? And we need help. We need help as a civilization, and humanity needs to understand who they are, where do we come from, how powerful we are. And if you want a world to change, this is the I mean, you can help. I mean, if you change yourself and start by vibrating in love and figure a few things out, humanity is going to be okay, okay? This is not a thing we can have a percentage of beings left back and let's say 50% get it or whatever. This is the kind of thing we need to do it as a civilization. The higher beings, they want humanity to take its place that we haven't taken it in the universe, because we don't understand who we are. Okay, we have been lied to, unfortunately, all our lives for hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years or millions. Okay, I don't really know how long we have been as a civilization, but I know it's much longer than the mainstream history will tell you. Okay, they lie on everything. It's just who they are, but we must not hate them. Okay, we cannot hate them, and we need to wish them they find the light and they find their path, because at the end, the mission of the universe and our Father is that all the universe vibrates in love, and we all get along together, and we all live in balance with each other. Okay. These beings, unfortunately, they operate in a way that they are parasitic in nature. They take advantage of all beings, not only in this planet but on many planets. They are operating on a low frequency, low vibration. That's who they are. They're really lost. Okay, so it's all about you. It's all about you. You need, I mean, if one person listening, I can give you this as a breadcrumb that maybe you need to get a look into what's into you, and maybe you discover yourself. Wow, that would be incredible. Okay, really, you will make my decade. And that's why I wanna do a blanket offer. I mean, if you feel you wanna, I can help you in any way, or if you wanna, say that I'm evil and whatever you wanna say, I really cannot. I'm kind of learning the way not take any offense at all, because the message I'm receiving is you need to take all the interference possible, and you need to love your enemies, and you need to love everyone close to you, and at the end you just send good things, and you need to accept everything bad happening right now. I know this doesn't sound like a fair deal. No, it's not. I mean, fair is not the word. It's just a word. It's just a label. We are also. It's one of the things they trick us. using our mind, thinking you need to be fair. It's not fair. I love everyone else and no one loves me. Great, no problem. You're doing the right thing. Okay, you're doing the right thing. It's not about being fair and saying, oh, I did this for a friend and the friend doesn't pay the favor back. Whatever. Let's hope the friend pays, learns the way, and he just vibrates in love and helps others. Okay, nothing. I mean, you just need to figure out to love yourself. You have all the love is inside you. Really, now it's a perfect time to get it out. Okay. So I haven't been going through the slides as I was expecting to as I was talking. So probably in further videos I'm gonna put less slides because I'm just my mind wandered and went through the subjects. But there's one slide I want to show you. This one. This is the Mayan calendar, okay? And no, it's not mumbo jumbo and new age stuff and all that. It's pretty important because the Mayans were intervened by higher beings because they allow it. They actually had the consciousness. I mean, maybe they didn't have cars or airplanes, but they were really smart and they had a lot of wisdom. So they were intervened through beings that took physical form in order to talk to them more easily, and they were informed that the year 2012 was very important. So you all know about the Mayan calendar. It was really taken out of context, and a lot of people thought that on 21st December 2012 the world was going to end, and there were parties about that and stuff like that. No, the world, I mean, the information, the awareness of going into a higher consciousness and vibration really, let's say, kick-started on that day. Okay, it was coming before, certainly it has been. I mean, the messages are coming, but right now it's like, it's go time. Okay, humanity has to take its place in the universe. It's just too important for other civilizations and our rulers, whoever you want to call them. If you think they're humans, that's fine. If you think they're not humans, I'll talk about that on the next episode. Let's see what you think about my opinion. But our rulers, they're really afraid right now. Okay, and fear is one of the lowest vibrations in the universe. You mustn't be afraid of anything, and they teach us since we are born to be afraid of most things. Okay, I was discussing with someone the other day how, I mean, I'm 48 years old, and now that there's this war with Ukraine and whatever, I'll show. Okay, but how when I was young there was this threat of nuclear war between the U.S. and Russia, well, the Soviet Union at the time, and then there were terrorists, and then there was financial crises, and then now there's apparently a virus that will kill all of us if we're not vaccinated and stuff like that. So the fear, okay? Don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid of anything. First of all, why be afraid of that is if it's really just a change, okay? Yes, of course, you're not gonna be with your current family and friends, and maybe you feel you have worked all your life, to gain knowledge. You went to college, and then you maybe have a career, and you have raising some money, because again they teach us that that's so important. Okay, that's so important. Money is so important. When they ask kids what they want to be in life, I want to be Super Bowl winning quarterback, I want to be president, I want to be that has nothing to do with you. I mean, and they also teach us what's pretty and what's not, so they make a lot of people feel ugly. When if we will go out from our physical bodies and just show you your souls, we're all the equal height and we're all as beautiful equally. So why bother about the carcass? If your color of your skin or whatever, that has nothing to do with it. And also want to make a point about religions. I mean, I don't hate any religion. This is, of course, if a priest will listen to this, he will say I'm crazy and I'm probably intervened by the devil and something like that. And the reality, what I think of religions is They have used the word of some beings, that human beings that were here a few thousand years ago or whatever, and they're probably angels right now. Jesus Christ, I mean, Buddha, and Allah, and all that. So I think all religions have some good things. If you're really religious and you're Christian, one thing I will suggest to you, maybe, if you allow me, is not be so judgmental of others that they don't think about you. Telling them they're going to hell and that, not really necessary. I mean, again, we're all on our path, and it's perfectly fine that you believe in whatever you believe, because at the end, the message is the same on all religions, I think. It's just to do good things, vibrate in love and not in fear, and don't be afraid of anything. And one message that I'm also receiving is worshiping. I don't think you need to worship your Father. He's really open there to help you, to listen to you. Again, don't expect help, literal help, or responses in your language or the way you want it. So, okay, I'm struggling with money, send me a lottery ticket and fix all my issues. No, maybe he will send you signs pointing to another job, or maybe he will send you ideas for business. And I understand. I mean, we live in a society, we need money, or we all need money, okay? I get it. I would like to think that someday we evolve into a society that money is not the issue, or money is not even a part of it. That we all live in balance together. And again, I'm not saying I want depopulation, okay, because I know the Georgia Guidestones talk about the word balance. Balance is very important in the universe. Balance is accepting all interference, don't give any interference out, and it's to other species, to Mother Earth, to other planets, to other civilizations. We all live in love and respect, okay? Most of the universe is vibrating high, is vibrating in love. That's my feeling about it. There's a part that is finding its way, and they take advantage of others, and I go back to what I told you about energy vampires. I mean, that's what they are. They use us, and unfortunately, you know what? They get their energy, their fix through our suffering. So the more they make us suffer, the more black energy they get, and the more they deceive us and trick us, the more they get, and it's really unfortunate, to be honest. But if you can try, don't judge them. They are just, again, it doesn't go back to justice or whatever. That's a human concept that has been instilled on us, that we need to make whoever does bad deeds, we need to make them suffer in a way or pay the price. I truly believe that there is fairness in the universe, which is so different from justice, in the sense that if you don't get the message and you are vibrating and affecting others and being an energy vampire and really take advantage of others and just be a bad being, that's fine. What's going to happen is you're going to get the lesson again, okay? It's like not making the grade in school. So you're going to go through it again, and maybe you're going to make the same mistakes or even worse. And then you're going to go through the lesson again and again and again and again through an eternity, okay? And that's what is happening to these beings. They vibrate in darkness, they vibrate in fear and hate, and they are parasites. And I don't hate them, but it's just the truth, okay? So they're learning the lesson, and they are eventually going to get it. I don't know, in 1,000 trillion years, maybe, but they are eventually going to get it, and we are going to see them together. Okay? So I don't even remember. Okay, I'm going to put less slides, and I just want to talk about this one. This is the last one. What happens when you throw a rock in a pond and then you throw one near to it? These concentric circles from the water, that when the rock hits the water, it creates physical concentric circle through the force of, a lot of technical things, but eventually these circles, when there are two shock waves that are very close to each other, they reverberate, and I love that work. And to finish this first episode on you is when you fill your heart with love, it's like you become like a beacon, okay? You start throwing love to everyone, not only your family, your friends, everyone, even beings outside the earth. So what happens is, as more beings are full of love, and again, this is self-love, okay? They don't need yours, thankfully, so yours is gonna potentiate theirs, and it's gonna shock back, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be 100 or whatever times more. And so when love finds love and love and love and love, we just go so high frequency that there's no place for hate, there's no place for darkness. So I truly believe that the message right now is we all fill ourselves with love. We don't judge anyone. We don't worry about justice and people being hanged or whatever. Take those ideas out of your mind. We're human beings. It's normal. I get them every day. Okay, I have bad days, good days. It's a process. But if you fill yourself with love, and this shockwave goes through air than elsewhere, I do believe these beings will leave Earth. They need us to be very low, so they can feed from us. They don't need the economy. They don't need us to do any chores anymore. They have technology to do all that, okay? They could wipe us up today with a bomb or whatever and blame it. If someone survives, so they have to explain themselves, they could blame it on whatever solar event. They don't need us alive or dead. They need the vibration of our fear and hate to each other, and that's why they love to put us one against the other. And so you're black and I'm white and I'm red and I'm yellow, so we all hate each other. And you're from Africa, I'm from the US, I'm from Europe, we all hate each other. If you're from Ukraine, you're from Russia, so we hate each other. No, we're all brothers and sisters. Okay, so this is the kind of thing you can start with you. Okay, if anything of what I just said kind of resonates with you, I'm very happy. And if it doesn't, I don't judge you, and I'm happy as well, because I gave the message. Okay, if just one last piece here, if anyone wants to speak with you and you feel there's something you can do, first of all, there's a nice say. If you don't have anything nice to say, maybe don't say at all. What I've been doing lately is smiling. Okay, let's say someone in the comments right now starts saying how about flat earth and Christianity and how I'm awful and I'm a Freemason or whatever. It makes me laugh. You see, it makes me laugh. I just laugh, smile. It's a high vibration emotion. So instead of judging and engaging yourself in arguments and all that, maybe just smile, and that will reverberate. I'm sorry about my English, by the way. I hope everyone is understanding fine. It reverberates through the earth and the universe. Okay, so I think I made it fine through my first episode. There's a little thing there with the slides I need to go back and correct. So if you see a little edit, that's the thing. The slides were not working, and I think I'm gonna put less slides on next episode, because really I couldn't follow them that much. I think we're for the last slide. Thank you for watching. I'm not gonna have an email right now, but I'm gonna be opening the comments, and whatever you want to say, nice or not nice, go ahead. There's nothing I can say. I'm just gonna smile and put an emoji there smiling. So I will not be engaging with anyone or blocking anyone. Go right ahead. Certainly you're right, and I truly hope that this helps at least one of you, and I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just trying to tell you my path and how it was highly analytical, and right now I'm switching to turning my senses off. I didn't talk about that, but your human senses off, your 5 senses, your brain, and maybe go with your heart. It's so much beautiful. I mean, wisdom compared to knowledge, apples and oranges. I mean, no, it's just so beautiful. And wisdom is infinite, so we're always dumb, okay? There's always new wisdom to gather. I gather just, I'm in nursery in the wisdom school, so still have to go through all the grades, and I'm looking forward to it, because what I would like to do forever and ever is just gather wisdom. It's just such a beautiful high vibration feeling like love. Okay, thank you.